Hello, and welcome to another guitar and improvisation podcast. Today, we're going to talk about bebop scales. The use of bebop scales can add chromaticism to your lines. It can also help to connect harmonies as they pass and give you another basically tool in your toolbox for improvisation. I hope this podcast helps to improve your understanding of improvisation or simply as entertainment. You can use this for ear training. You can grab a guitar and play along, or listen to this without any instrument at all. Okay, well, let's get started. Well, let's say we have this tune, Bluesette. So I just released a chord melody video on this on the YouTube channel at Fretprints over the weekend. So let's say we have B flat major 7. We have this chord. If we pick out the four more consonant tones within the B flat major sound, you might say we have a root, third, fifth, and a sixth. So that can form half of the notes of an 8-note bebop scale. Now, if we take the notes of the B flat major scale and overlay those notes in between can serve as tensions or leading tones, depending on the note. But that's a 7-note scale. For an 8-note scale, we'll add just one tone to the major scale. And that note will fall between the 5th and the 6th. One thing that makes this scale so effective is that with 8 notes and 4 beats per measure, you can play consonant tones on strong beats and non-chord tones or leading tones or tensions on the weak beats in an effort to really spell out the changes in a stepwise kind of fashion. So if we play B flat, so I'm playing B flat 6 here. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So then those 4 tones that I mentioned earlier are landing on the strong beats, and the notes in between are landing on the weak beats. So for practice, work through this starting on any one of those tones, the root, third, fifth, or sixth, then work up an octave or just work up in small groups. Now in your lines, you can also do the opposite of this, which is to play those more consonant tones on the weak beats and the tensions and non-chord tones on the weak beats, and that will deliver more tension in your lines. So on tonic major type chords, this is really an effective way to play. When it comes to predominant and dominant, may take a different approach. Let's check out another couple of chords from Bluesette. So we have A minor 7, flat 5. Let's consider our chord tones there. So we have A, C, E flat, and G. So now if we play up within the key of 2 flats, we have this sound. Okay, so where might we add our 8th tone into this? Well, we'll go between the flat 7 and the root note. And all those same concepts that I talked about earlier will apply as far as strong beats, weak beats, play more consonances on the strong beats, you'll outline the changes more, or the specific chord that you're on. If you flip it around, then you'll have more tension and more of an outside kind of sound. So let's talk about D7 flat 9. Of course, this follows the A minor 7 flat 5. So what are we going to do with this? Well, let's build it up a little bit as we have been doing. We'll start with the D7 element of it. So there we have 4 tones. If we play, say, Phrygian dominant on this, then we end up with 7 notes. Again, just like the predominant, we'll add our 8th note to make it a bebop scale between the flat 7 and the root note. Same thing can apply later on when we have E flat minor 7. And A flat 7 or A flat 9. So give these a try on Bluesette. In the case of the major chord, B flat major 7, D flat major 7, and C flat major 7. Add the 8th tone between the 5th and the 6th. The 2 chords and the 5 chords, experiment with playing that between the flat 7 and the root note of that given chord. Remember not to take on too much at one time. Work to master small pieces of information. Play your lines in the context of a harmony. Well, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. There is a video version available to Lessons and Talks members of the YouTube channel, as well as the membership site at fretprince.com. For more information about that, check out the description below. Have a great practice session. I'll see you all in the next one.